Hello and welcome back to the Your Mental Health Mentor YouTube channel. My name is Katie and I am your mental health mentor. Listen, I know you are a busy soul, so today we're getting right into it. The biggest reason why I didn't used to take care of my mental health wasn't that I didn't care to do so. It was because I didn't feel like I had time for it. After working on my mental health for the last 10 plus years, I now know what the real underlying problem was. And maybe you feel this too. It was actually finding a place for it within my day-to-day life. Because let's be honest, you already know that you could be watching more YouTube videos, listening to more podcasts, doing more journaling, spending more time outside, getting more exercise, meditating more often, or learning how to do breath work. But who has the time to do all of that? You work. You have family, you have friends, you have appointments to go to, errands to run, and responsibilities in your life. And by the time the weekend finally rolls around, you realize that you spent the entire week taking care of everything except yourself. So today, I'm going to show you how you can make taking care of your mental health a part of your busy schedule without adding 10 more things onto your plate each and every day. So first things first, just because you have a busy schedule, it does not mean that you have to have a busy mind space. The very first thing that you need to be successful here is an open mind. This is what will allow you to understand that it is possible for you to live a life where even though your schedule is packed, you're mentally healthy. So here's a mindset shift for you. Stop making mental health another big task. People think they need a full day to just reset. An hour-long morning routine, a whole hour outside, 30 minutes to journal, and half the day off work. But if your version of taking care of your mental health requires a huge chunk of time, you're going to struggle to maintain that during busy seasons. Sure, some practices deserve dedicated time, but some practices just take 2 minutes, and some you can even do while you're already doing something else. This is my favorite way to introduce mental health practices into a busy schedule. It's called habit stacking. And this is actually supported by behavioral habit research around linking behaviors to existing cues. So we're going to be taking something that is already a part of our day and connecting another action to it. So the purpose of this is to find 1 or 2 natural places where our practices can live. I'll give you an example. The way I first started habit stacking was with my breath. I found it to be the easiest way that I could just stop and be mindful of something that kind of brings me back into the present moment. So I decided to stack deep breathing with being in the car, because let's be honest, with a busy schedule, you're always driving places. So what I would do was before I got out of the car to go anywhere, I would take 3 deep breaths. So I would just stop, close my eyes, and take 3 really meaningful breaths. And you'll be surprised at what this can do for you when you actually just decide to pause and breathe. It brings a sense of calm into each and every moment. But here are some other ways that you can habit stack. When you wake up each morning, tell yourself 2 things that you're grateful for. Listen to a mental health focused YouTube video, podcast, or audiobook on your way to work. When you're going to bed, take 2 minutes to journal and reflect on your day. When you're making your coffee in the morning, pause to set an intention of what you want to be mindful of throughout your day. Now, just to be completely transparent with you, not everything that's good for your mental health is going to be stackable. But the things that take a little more than just a moment of pausing, I found it super helpful to actually schedule them into my calendar. The thing is, your mental health matters just as much as all of your appointments do. Because when you're not caring for your mental health, it shows up in all areas of your life. You have less patience, you react to life instead of intentionally respond, you don't think clearly, your emotions are easily impacted by life situations, and your stress levels are at a constant high. That's why it's so important to schedule the things that might not fit into every single day. Treat this time, even just once a week, like a mental health appointment in your schedule. So schedule that alone time. Block off 10 minutes to meditate. Prioritize getting out for a nature walk. Plan out in your calendar an hour-long workout. Remember, you're not taking time away from what you're already doing. This is to benefit all areas in your life so that you can show up your best self. I encourage you to take a look at your calendar. Notice the things that are on there that always get protected. I'm talking about the things that you say, no, sorry, I can't do that. I'm busy doing this. Now, take a look at where your mental health falls onto that list of things that are protected. I'm not saying you have to turn your entire week into a wellness retreat, but if your mental health matters to you, it also deserves some protected space. Now, I know we're all busy day to day, but there are times in life when we are real freaking busy. So what I found to be most helpful during these times was having a busy day version of taking care of my mental health. Your practices don't have to be all or nothing. If you have a busy day, you don't have to throw your mental health out the window. But while you're building this foundation, give yourself a full version of what a busy day schedule looks like for taking care of your mental health, and give yourself a busy day version for those days that it just doesn't feel possible. For example, if on a normal day you're fitting in a 10-minute meditation, a busy day might look like a 2-minute meditation. Or if on a normal day you usually get in an hour-long workout, maybe a busy day just looks like going for a 10-minute walk. Maybe on a normal day, it looks like doing several journaling prompts. And on a busy day, maybe that just looks like one honest sentence. And if on a normal day, you normally go outside for about 15 minutes, maybe a busy day just looks like stepping out for 5 intentional deep breaths. And don't think of this busy day version as a worse or bad version of taking care of your mental health. It's actually great. It's great that you're going to be continuing on with something and not just scrapping your mental health for the day. So I challenge you not to do it all, but to make one practice simple. Pick one practice that you would like to do, find one place to fit it into your days, and make one smaller version for those busiest days. My goal for you is to shift from seeing mental health as this big giant project into making it a simple joy to incorporate realistically into your daily life. This is the very reason that I created the 4-week foundation journal. So you can take less than 10 minutes every day to build a strong foundation for your mental health to actually start thriving within your busy schedule. So I'll leave the link to access your copy of the 4-week foundation in the description below. So thank you for choosing to grow with me. Always remember that your mental health is a part of your life. You shouldn't have to stop your life to care for your mental health. Make sure you're subscribed for more mental health tips. My name is Katie. I'm your mental health mentor, and I'll see you next week. Bye.